and welcome back to Mexico News Network's breaking news broadcasting from the beautiful heart of Riviera Maya in El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Crisma. Now, don't forget that we are your #1 source of positive and relevant information on Mexico, so don't forget to browse through our website on www.mexiconewsnetwork.com and to also follow us on social networks. Now, let's continue with more information. Eat Mexico is the cookbook that everybody loves. Created by journalist Leslie Telles, this book talks about food that you can find in the streets of Mexico, either in little restaurants called fondas or with street food vendors. Now, Mexican food is something that appeals to everybody around the world. In this book, Telles shares some recipes that allow you to cook delicious Mexican dishes in your home. Leslie has Mexican blood running through her veins as she grew up in Rancho Cucamonga in California, where she discovered her passion for food at an early age. At the very same time, she developed her love for writing too. However, the two passions met until she began her career in journalism. Her fascination with Mexican food begins in the year 2009, when she moved to Mexico City, where her curiosity was strongly attracted to the street food stalls. She came across dishes with ingredients that she had never seen or seen cooked. Telles described in the book's introduction that in every single corner in Mexico City there was a trompo of pastor, marinated in an orange sauce, cooked until it had black parts. Men in aprons and triangular hats were quickly cutting the meat from the trompo, catching pieces of it with a tortilla, then decorate them with a piece of pineapple, some cilantro, and onion. The food is served on plastic color plates, of course. Now, that was how Telles began exploring her culinary roots. After years of documenting her adventures on her blog, Eat Mexico comes as a real collection of recipes with 5 chapters to share some of the best Mexican dishes, accompanied by photographs documenting the experience of the author in the great city of Mexico. All with recipes like carrot tacos, chicken enchiladas, tomato pie, quesadillas, esquites, among many others. This book has charmed Mexican food lovers all over the world who have found a way to taste a little of the Mexican flavor in their own homes. Now, moving along to more news. The story of the seductive and charismatic hero that lives at the edge of limits, El Panthera, will finally reach U.S. television sets pretty soon as one of the most recent projects from Universal Cable Productions. Now, the Mexican comic book revolves around the day-by-day of our protagonist, El Panthera, a wonderful character who fights against crime, corruption, and injustice in Mexico. Graphic novelist Warren Ellis and The Walking Dead producer Gail Ann Hurd will adapt the Mexican comic book series El Panthera for the small screen, Universal Cable Productions announced last Wednesday during Comic-Con. Based on the popular 1970s comic, El Panthera is a crime drama set in a fictional town in the U.S.-Mexico border, where a young officer and his wrongfully imprisoned friend create an underground vigilante group to combat the mob. Televisa, which will co-produce, adapted a Spanish-language series based on the comic in May 2007, where Luis Roberto Guzman played the main character, Gervasio. It was a production led under the direction of Rodolfo de Anda and Alexis Ayala. Now, Ellis is best known for Gun Machine and Iron Man, Extremis, which served as the basis for the film Iron Man 3. Now, this will be Ellis's very first original television series. Jeff Watchell, president of Universal Cable Productions, said every network studio and show creator needs to stretch the boundaries of genre in order to grab and hold the attention of an increasingly sophisticated audience. Ellis and Hurd said that are visionaries and the ideal partners to bring Mexico's iconic comic El Panthera to life and to your television set in the near future. Moving along to more information, producers of the television series The Walking Dead have chosen the Mexican actress Patricia Reyes Espíndola to participate in the next spin-off of the famous American series, where she will play the wife of the singer and composer Rubén Blades. According to what has been revealed about the series, Fear the Walking Dead will be located in the city of Los Angeles, and through 6 chapters will tell the story of a group of people who must face the start of a zombie apocalypse. Born in Oaxaca, Patricia Reyes Espíndola is an outstanding actress of film, theater, and television that has also ventured as a director and producer of several projects in Mexico and abroad as well, collaborating with directors such as Arturo Ripstein and more. Despite her successful career, Ms. Reyes Espíndola said that so far she had not considered venturing out into the American market. She actually said that she's very surprised and suddenly wondered, how am I at this great project out of nowhere? However, when this kind of stuff happens, you need to take it and take it solely. During the interview with the radio host Javier Poza, Patricia revealed that a friend of hers that lived in the United States told a manager about her trajectory of the Mexican artist, because apparently the producers of The Walking Dead were looking for a Latina actress of her age for this brand new season and spin-off of the series. She told that her friend gave him her contract data, and they started to write back and forth, and then she began to send pictures. She didn't know it was going to be so complicated though, as it's not just to do a casting session, because first you have to pass a test for the actual casting, and then you do the casting and you're passing another set of tests. Convinced of her acting ability, especially for her role in the Mexican film Frida back in the year 2002, the producers of the series decided to accept the actress as part of the series cast. Patricia Reyes Espíndola is currently recording her participation in Atlanta, United States, and then she will participate with other cast members in the next edition of Comic-Con in San Diego, California. Now, this event is where the release date of the expected spin-off will be officially revealed. Now, in other news, for the very first time, Tiger Woods will play in Mexico at the Bridgestone Americas Golf Cup, an event that will take place on October 22nd all the way to the 25th at the Mexico City Country Club. Now, this tournament was presented by the Value Financial Group and is included at the official calendar of the PGA Latin American Tour. According to the Mexican Sport National Commission, the CONADE, the Bridgestone Americas Golf Cup will feature 22 best golf teams of the American rankings, plus another 6 teams that were invited to participate. All of them will be competing against each other for the one and only win. The winners will receive the grand prize of $300,000. Matt Kuchar will be playing side-by-side Tiger Woods. Matt currently holds the 17th place of the PGA World Ranking, and players such as Carlos Ortiz and Rodolfo Casaubon will represent Mexico during the entire competition. Besides the fact that Ortiz is debuting at this 2015 PGA Tour, his outstanding performance at the Web.com Tour has actually granted excellent reviews on him. On the other hand, we also have Rodolfo Casaubon, who is having a fantastic year at the Latin American PGA Tour. So far, he has won 2 titles and is the actual #1 in the order of merit of the entire tour. Now, about the participation of Tiger Woods at this PGA Tour in Mexico, the president of the CONADE, Alfredo Castillo, in fact said that he considers him the man who revolutionized the sport, which was, at the time, only practiced by older people. Now today, hundreds of thousands of children and the youth are the main athletes of the discipline. Mr. Castillo also added that it is important to spread the interest for golf, mainly because it has been incorporated into the Rio de Janeiro Olympic Games in 2016. The general manager of the Bridgestone Americas Golf Club told CNN that he chose Mexico as host of this international tournament because of its challenging courses. They are very aspirational for the rest of South American nations, he said. Mexico Country Club is the oldest golf course of 18 holes, par 72 in Mexico. It was designed originally by the Scottish golfer Willie Smith on the grounds of the ancient San Pedro Golf Club, which was closed on October 4, 1905. The house club was constructed by the English architect Grove Johnson, and for years it has been the host of very important social events in Mexico City. Sadly, that was all for today. Thank you so much for joining us and staying with us. Remember, we are Mexico News Network's breaking news, broadcasting from the beautiful, adults-only, gourmet-inclusive El Dorado Royal Spa Resort by Charisma. Thank you for staying with us. I am your host, Elisa Carballo, and don't forget, Mexico News Network is your #1 source of positive, relevant, and important information on Mexico and the world. So browse through our website on www.mexiconewsnetwork.com, and don't forget to follow us too on social networks on Facebook, Twitter, and Google Plus for further information. Thank you for staying with us, and we'll see you next time.
Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle. Audio Jungle.